Hello, friends. I welcome you to my lecture Sufficient Conditions for an Extremum. Sufficient conditions for an extremum. Consider a functional Vyx equal to the integral from x1 to x2 f x yx y dash x dx. The extremes are the solution of, since we know that the extremes are the solution of Euler's equation, which is necessary condition, so that first variation del y equal to 0. Del v y equal to 0. This implies fy minus dy dx fy dash equal to 0, which is Euler's equation. The solution of this Euler's equation are two parameter family of curves. Are two parameter family of curves given by y equal to yx c1 c2 if their extremals if these extremals passing through a given fixed point given fixed point then one of the constant c1 and c2 is determined and we get one parameter family y equal to yxc of extremals. Now, field of extremals. For every point of domain D, of domain D or region R on xy plane, there exists a curve belonging to the family of curves in domain D is called a field or a proper field. For example, the family of the parallel straight lines y equal to x plus c inside the circle is a field. We can see by this figure x-axis, y-axis, this is circle, x square plus y square equal to 1. These are parallel straight lines. So here we see that this region enclosed by this circle x square plus y square equal to 1 is a field. This figure is denoted by 1. but the family of parabolas y equal to x minus a square minus 1 inside the same circle, y equal to x minus a square minus 1 inside the same circle does not form a field. Since the parabolas of this family intersect inside the circle. Now we can see from this figure the family of parabolas inside the circle x square plus y square equal to 1 does not form a field, because the parabolas of this family intersect inside the circle at these points. Now, if one parameter family of curves say y equal to yxc passing through a fixed point, say x1 comma y1, then they do not form a proper field. In domain D, they form a pencil of curves. That covers whole domain D. Such a field are known as central field. We can see pencil curve in this figure. Point A is fixed and the family of curve passing through this fixed point A. Now here we can see from this figure the pencil curve, the pencil of sine curve y equal to c sine x forms a field in x is less than or equal to a and greater than or equal to 0 for a is less than pi. This point is x equal to pi and this point is a is less than pi. Also, this pencil of curves forms proper field in the small neighborhood of the segment of the x-axis. X is less than or equal to a and greater than or equal to del, where del positive and a is less than pi. This pencil does not form a field in the neighborhood of segment x is less than a1 and greater than or equal to 0, where a1 is greater than pi. This pencil of curves forms proper field in the small neighborhood of the segment of the x-axis x is less than or equal to a, greater than or equal to del, where del is greater than 0, a is less than pi. Also, this pencil does not form a field in the neighborhood of the segment of the x-axis x is less than or equal to a1 and greater than or equal to 0, where a1 is greater than pi. Now we shall discuss Jacobi condition for extremum of a functional. Now consider a functional on extremals y equal to yxc, we y x c equal to integral from x1 to x2 f x y x comma c y dash x comma c dx. Now let capital A x1 y1 is the center of the central field of extremals y equal to y x c that is x axis y axis. This is point A x1 y1. This is point B x2 y2. This extremal AB yx equal to yx c naught. For the fixed value of c, that is c naught, we get the extremal AB. We get the extremal AB. When we change the value c, we get all the different extremals. Now we need to see that the sufficient condition are to be satisfied we will obtain from this so that the functional is extremized. So now the envelope of the extremals y equal to yxc is obtained the envelope of the extremals y equal to yxc is obtained by eliminating c from the equations y equal to yxc and tell yxc by del c equal to 0. Here from this figure we see that this curve be the envelope or C discriminant curve, and by the definition of the envelope, every member of the family of extremals will touch the envelope or C discriminant curve. Let the AB extremal touches the envelope at the point A star C. This point A star C is called the conjugate point of A. Also we can see that this envelope will also pass through the point A. Since yxc passes through A for all C, so at A yxc equal to constant. So del y by del c will be equal to 0. So A x1 y1 on the envelope or C discriminant curve The point A star C on an extremal y equal to yxc, and on the envelope is called the conjugate point of A. It is known that two infinitely closed curve of the family f x y c equal to 0 intersect at the point of the C discriminant curve. So capital A x1 y1, so capital B x2 y2 lies on the arc A star C. Then we have the central field locally at the center capital A x1 comma y1 containing the point B x2 comma y2. On the other hand, if A star C lies on the arc AB then the extremals intersect in the neighborhood of B. Hence, we do not get a central field. We do not get a central field. Thus, the sufficient condition for the existence of a central field at A containing B is that B must lie on the arc A star C. This condition is called the Jacobi condition. Mathematically, it can be seen that since yxc satisfies Euler's equation, Fy x y x c y dash x c minus d by dx of f y dash x y x c y dash x c equal to 0. Differentiating with respect to c, differentiating this with respect to c, we get Fyy del y by del c plus Fyy dash del 2y by del x del c minus d by dx of f y dash y del y by del c plus f y dash del 2y by del x del c equal to 0. Let del y by del c equal to u. Then we have f y u plus f y dash ux minus d by dx of f y dash y u plus f y dash ux equal to 0. Since this equation no derivative with respect to c is appearing explicitly, now we denote ux equal to u dash. Then we have finally fyy minus d by dx of fyy dash u minus d by dx of fy dash u dash equal to 0. This is called Jacobi's equation, and we solve this equation for u. Clearly u x1 y1 equal to 0. If is not 0 in the interval x1 x2, then the Jacobi condition is satisfied. That is, if u is not 0 in the interval x1 x2, then the extremal will not touch the envelope in the interval x1 x2. Weierstrass function exy dash p is equal to fxy dash minus fxyp minus y dash minus p fpxyp is called Weierstrass function, where px equal to d by dx of yx c naught. It means on the extremal we denote dy by dx equal to p. Now in the most problem involving an extremum of the functional vyx equal to the integral x1 to x2 fxyy dash dx, yx1 equal to y1 boundary condition, yx1 equal to y1, yx2 equal to y2. The Jacobi condition is satisfied. Hence the curve gamma naught that passes through the point A and B, the curve gamma naught which is extremal of the functional passes through A and B, can include in the central field. Here gamma, this curve gamma be any admissible curve through AB. To determine the sign of increment delta v of the functional v when passing from the extremal gamma naught to some closed admissible curve gamma, take v naught yx c naught means functional along the extremal yx c naught equal to the integral gamma naught fxyp dx, and vy equal to the integral gamma fxyy dash dx. Now delta vy is equal to the integral along gamma fxyy dash dx minus the integral along gamma naught fxyp dx. If y equal to yxc is fixed, then v naught yxc naught is a function of x2 y2 moving on the extremal y equal to yxc naught, and hence we have dv naught xy is equal to f minus pfp dx plus fp dy. That is, f minus pfp dx plus fp dy is exact. Hence, the integral along gamma f minus pfp dx plus fp dy is path independent. Therefore, the integral along gamma f minus pfp dx plus fp dy is equal to the integral along gamma naught f minus pfp dx plus fp dy. This is equal to the integral along gamma naught f minus pfp plus fp dy by dx. dy by dx equal to p. So pfp cancel. We have the integral along gamma naught fxyp dx. So delta vy equal to the integral along gamma fxy y dash dx minus the integral along gamma fxyp minus pfp xyp dx plus fp xyp dy. This is equal to the integral along gamma fxy y dash minus fxyp minus y dash minus p fp xyp dx. The integrand of this integral is denoted by e delta vy equal to the integral along gamma exy y dash p dx, where exy y dash p equal to fxy y dash minus fxyp minus y dash p y dash minus p fp xyp is called Weierstrass function. Here we see that e equal to 0 on y equal to y x c naught. This implies delta v y x c naught equal to 0. And delta vy is greater than or equal to 0 if e is greater than or equal to 0 for any value of y dash. Then we get strong minimum. Now if e is greater than or equal to 0 for y dash close to p, we get weak minimum. Similarly, if e is less than or equal to 0 for any value of y dash, then we have strong maximum. Since in this case delta vy is less than or equal to 0 for arbitrary value of y dash. Now if e is less than or equal to 0 for y dash close to p, then we get weak maximum. Thank you for your attention.